Our Niners segment here on 49ers, Niners Radio 49 Audiocast, talking with former Super Bowl champion Dennis Brown. The Niners, recap of the Niners 28-16 win over the Seahawks as the Niners sweeping the Seahawks for the second straight year. First time the Niners have ever won back-to-back series sweeps over Seattle since this divisional alignment was instituted back in 2002. Niners have won 5 in a row, including the playoffs, and Dennis Brown, I mean, the Niners keep on rolling. Purdy making a prime candidate for the league's MVP.
Well, he's got to be in the argument, right? I mean, we're talking about, the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think Brock Purdy has even lost a divisional football game right now when you think about it.
I don't think so.
So, I mean, he's playing incredible. And I think all the naysayers about his arm strength, he's not agile, his arm, he can't throw outside the numbers and all these different things. I think he's proven them wrong every single football game. Some of those throws he had, especially the one to Debo and the one to George Kittle for touchdowns, he just, he just sees the field so well. He's able just to kind of throw the ball and just get it the perfect touch and get it over defenders. So, again, every week he impresses me. And, I fell into it with all the other critics and all the other analysts saying, there's a reason why he was the last player in the NFL. He's missing this, he's missing that. He's proven it.
Like the last man in is now getting his team in position of making another deep run in late December through January, maybe in February when that time's coming. But Niners sit there right now at 10-3, coupled with the Eagles' loss to the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. They own the top spot in the NFC for the number one spot. Home field advantage throughout the playoffs if things continue their way. And then, got the Cardinals this weekend. And 2 weeks from tonight, we're doing this taping. They play the Baltimore Ravens, not only a rematch of Super Bowl 47, but could be a possible sneak peek preview of Super Bowl 58.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I mean, when you talk about controlling your own destiny, I mean, not worrying about anybody else, what the Cowboys do, what the Eagles do, even what Detroit does, you control. Now you have your number one seeded. All you have to do is take care of business. You got to take care of business each week, each Sunday, each Monday night, wherever it is. You go on their business trip, a business plan, and you beat football teams. And then guess what? You end up being number one seed. You get a bye. And the Super Bowl goes through San Francisco and Levi Stadium. So, I mean, that's what you got to focus on. I mean, that is it. That's the bottom line right now, is that you have to focus on winning each game every week and being undefeated throughout the rest. And run the table. You got to run the table. I mean, you still got your division. I mean, the Rams, I think, are going to get Cardinals are the Cardinals. Kyler Murray's back. Yeah. So that's always been a struggle for this team.
And they beat Pittsburgh the previous weekend. They're just coming off their bye, so it's now another team coming off their bye week on that overlap. It's kind of that overlap, and then after that, they got the Ravens, then they got the Commanders, and then on top of that, when they play the Rams could have some significant say if they're still in this race. They lost, gave a great battle to the Ravens up there in those conditions, and the rainy conditions in Baltimore, and so a lot for those last few spots in the NFC, and then Dallas. Or the Eagles, I should say, play Seattle next Monday night up in the Pacific Northwest. And then, they still got to play the Giants twice. And then you look at Detroit, they still got to play Minnesota. Even though they got a 2-game lead, the Vikings with 2 quick wins against the Detroit Lions could steal the division title.
Yeah, and, again, I mean, you can't watch a scoreboard right now. You can't watch the win and lose. It's not if, coulda, woulda. You control it. Fournette's control their own destiny.
Janet Jackson in control.
Yeah, and they have to. All you have to do is win.
It's like a pennant race. Yeah. It's like a pennant race in baseball. As we're not in a marathon anymore. We're a sprint to the finish.
Yeah, and you control it, and you control it by winning football games. And it's that simple. And you've got the talent. You've got the coaching. You've got everything in your favor. I mean, you get kind of beat up, especially in secondary after this football game. But you have some guys. Guys have to stand up, and it is a sprint. So. And that's what you have, and that's the NFL, and that is the NFL in December. It's the most healthiest, and it's a mindset too. It's a mindset, and you said it there. It's not a marathon anymore. It's a sprint.
And it's like holiday shopping season. We only got 2 weeks left. It's like the sprint from like baseball 162 or 365 days down to just 3 weeks left of this 2023 season. Denny, we got to get you going, and I'll talk to you soon, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, too, man. Thanks for coming out.
You and Erica, the lovely wife, does a great job being the firefighter, and you do with the all the food bank stuff.
Yep.
All right, that's Dennis. That's Dennis Brown. 49ers were victorious, 28-16. They'll be getting ready to take on the Arizona Cardinals next week. That's a 1:05 kickoff time. That will be on CBS, and then on the U.S. Bank Niners radio network with Greg Papa, Tim Ryan. Then 2 weeks from tonight, Niners will take on the Baltimore Ravens in a rematch of Super Bowl 47, and could be a potential prospect of a preview of Super Bowl 58 in Vegas coming in Vegas in February. And as always, get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com, 49ers.com/tickets. And for all the latest news on 49ers news and so much more, go to 49ers.com. For now, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis for your 49ers Up to the Minute podcast with my guest, former Super Bowl champion Dennis Brown on Niners Radio 49.